don't be afraid. This experience is life-changing for sure.
You feel like more confident.
They're very brave because they decide to come to another country far from home.
With another language
Yeah,
also. When you have the chance to know like someone from another country, at least you can see how the other people like think.
When live here, pues they say, I'm gonna miss this because here we feel like everybody's welcome. Now I can say I have friends all around the world.
It's great! Yeah! Hi, welcome. This is Lending Voices and I am Rocio. Today we are going to talk with Daniel. Daniel is a young volunteer from Venezuela working with Project Abroad in Argentina. Welcome, Daniel!
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
How far is from Venezuela, Argentina?
It's maybe 6,000 kilometers, I think.
Talking about like traveling, nowadays you are working with Project Abroad and you have a lot of relation with little kids, teenagers that want to come to here and discover like a new country. What do you think that it's something that you can recognize on them that happened to you?
I think that first of all, the key of my work is to give them the opportunity to live this experience at the same as I want to live if I'm gonna be like a volunteer traveling outside.
I remember this girl, Andrea, one of the teenagers. She said like she wanted to speak Spanish because in the future she will be a doctor. And she knows that sometimes she will have like patients, people who she will attend. Probably they don't speak English by that moment. So she wants to be able to talk in their own language. And for me, that seems like very, so cute. Because she's preparing like all her life and thinking about like, okay, I want to be a doctor for everybody.
A lot of them say that they are coming here to improve in their Spanish for different reasons. But the main reason is for that, because of their future. They're gonna have the skill to speak in other language that is not their home language. I always talk with them and say, I think it's the same for us. We're Spanish speakers, so we have to improve in our English to talk with you. The first of all, it's don't be afraid. Try to break the icebreaker. Just go ahead and try. You miss it, don't worry. You have us also here in Córdoba, in Argentina, and I think everybody is very welcome for the people that doesn't speak Spanish.
It's a learning for them.
Yes,
like how is
sure.
the experience being like this in another country,
Yes.
how we can handle this. And they probably for sure they learn a lot of things for their own life.
As I said, you came here and then when you go, you are completely different. Because they are like in these type of situations, they have to try to solve it without their parents or just with a call to mom and dad.
I think that also we can consider like, okay, this experience happened to me and now I feel like more confident because I already have the experience that this situation that probably at the beginning seems like a little complicated, but I move on, like I cool with that. So that is very like well for your self-esteem.
So I can like understand them as a foreigners too in Argentina in this case. What are they feeling in that day? Probably if they are homesick, okay, let's try to make this because sometimes when I feel homesick, that works for me. I think I learned how to identify the groups.
You feel like more empathy to another person. And that is not something like easy. It's more like a connection, like emotional connection.
Yeah, part of my job is be there for them. And also in the highs and also in the lows. Now, the best thing in this experience to move here to or also to do the volunteership here, it's the friends that you made in the process.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, because keeping in touch with a lot of them.
All around the world. So the last question, if someone listening is unsure about like volunteer abroad, what we can say?
For me, made it because it's life-changing activity and also volunteership. You're gonna meet a lot of people. It's gonna be very, very fun. You're gonna have different tasks to do, but also you're gonna have the time to go around the city and meet the culture about the country. If I can say something, it's made it. Go and break the ice. Just go and get it.
Thank you so much, Danny. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
This was Lending Voices, and this was the experience of Danny. So see us for more.
But here in Latin America, also South America, we say hi with a hug and a kiss in the cheek. Also, if we don't know, we kiss in the cheek and say hi. You feel like you're welcome.